name's Joey Slaughter. I'm from Ross Lynn, Louisiana, and I'm a painter and a sculptor, and I use mixed media, a lot of different mediums in my work. What inspires me to be creative is conversations and human connectivity. I'm also inspired by people's relationship to objects, especially when it comes to what we deem to be important. So I think this also relates to how I enjoy using a wide range of materials, just thinking about those connections between objects and people. I think that we all collect things. I'm interested in what makes it to a display in your house or your home, whatever that may be. In my work, I use a lot of different mediums, and I kind of have two bodies of work right now. One is poured paint skins, where it's more improv and it's really hard to duplicate. And I kind of like that process in conjunction with the really just planned out drawings, which are usually made with Rhino or Illustrator. And so I plan these all out, and then I construct these out of wood. And I usually have the paint colors and everything figured out before. So it's really planned. Recently, I'm on a new series, and I'm titling it Not Red or No Tread. And it's dealing with all these different ways that we overlook and take advantage of people. And it's dealing with, like, the materials of them are like floor mats and welcome mats and tires and anything that we purposefully just wear down and replace. And this took place through going to put my card into getting some gas, and I was trying to put my debit card in, and I pulled it out and it said Not Red, and I was like, why did it say No Tread? And it's the same thing, you know? So anyway, I was like, oh, that's exactly what I needed, that phrase to go with it. Just those two words run together. It's kind of like, Monty and a lot of songwriters were talking about, they just need that one little hook to get them going. And I think that's how my process too is, like, the thought, the sentence, the phrase or whatever can dictate the colors and the materials that I use. I'm thinking about textures a lot right now, just because those things are geared towards slippage. And if you look at, if you look at tires, like, they're very masculine, in the shapes, and I was just wondering what happens if you make something that represents more people or more diversities, and just like, I don't know where I'm just thinking, right now I'm experimenting, like, and brainstorming, but what happens if I made my own type of tires too? And I don't know, let's see what happens there, and color and whatever. Things are changing for me because of what's going on, but I don't have the attention span right now that I usually have. I usually can work like 8 hours straight, but I can't do that right now. It's like constantly taking breaks. I have a studio outside, but I use the Louisiana Tech campus to do some cutting and bigger projects. So I just go out, and I'm lucky to have that just right outside. So I go out and I experiment, come back in, watch kids, go back out, do that a lot. And so being constantly interrupted allows some things to take place that normally wouldn't, because I do like to overwork things. I intentionally like things to be busy because we have a lot going on in our brain. So it's kind of representative of that. It's, occupies all my time and space and puts balance in my life, where right now, because I can't get that time, it just makes me feel imbalanced. I think most artists would say that, is that you got to put that time in to get in that groove to make those good decisions. And it's just constantly interrupted. And it's like what we were saying earlier, it's the not knowing what, your job looks like in the fall, or, will the kids go back to school, and things are just uncertain. So just starts eating at you, I guess. The process of making, it's not like continuous up here. I feel like art is, a lot of people aren't going to pay attention to art right off the bat, but it may be I really feel like visual, just the visual arts in general can provide a nugget of information that maybe can make change later. It's not going to be like, oh, I saw this piece of work and my mind's changed. It probably won't be that way. Like, I think that, like moving image may be more easier to get, like video work and stuff like that. But I know that a painting can move people and a sculpture can move people, but it's probably not going to initiate, a change. But just people seeing that, I'm an ally, or I'm trying to support this or against that. I think that's really important. And also, I think it's really important to just be aware of the process that you're and the materials that you're using. And so I feel like that's important in my work, but it may not be important in everyone else's. But so I see myself doing some projections in the future, some like videos and televisions and floors and murals and all kinds of things coming up for the show and for other shows as well. I've been showing these pieces for 2 years, and I just I can't show them now though. I just don't feel like, I think I moved on from them because the protests and they're more important, and just people using their voices is more changing, I think, than this. I feel like I've never felt like I'm done with a series as much as I felt like I am done with these. I wanted to join in on this residency to have more connections with local people and people from distant places, friends of friends, and just hear what's going on in this time right now. I think it's important to communicate with other artists and feel what they're going through. So yeah, I just wanted to make more connections. I think this residency really was helpful for just support mostly, just to hear the common issues or successes that we all have. What a residency does for an artist, it gives them time to think and to process ideas with others. It's really, you can go to a residency and you can make work, you can talk about it with other people. You can really just take some risk and try things out and see what bounces off other people. It's good to have people that you've never met give you feedback as well. And just having that time is so valuable. Artists need that time to communicate with people and share ideas with other people that work similarly to them and differently. That's great. I love doing residencies because of that.